drives like a truck.
It drives like a truck, really?
Drives like a truck, but...
I've responded to every single one. That didn't sound good. Hey y'all, welcome back to Doug's Cars. Today's episode you're not going to want to miss. I'm going to have to tell you it probably won't involve any Range Rover, so I'm sorry about that. But you're going to want to stick around because this is going to be awesome. I'm heading over to Sportscar Workshops, going to pick up Mike and Troy. You probably know them from such episodes as Rover Rescue 1 through 14. We are headed up to Northern Virginia, Manassas to be exact, to pick up a very special car and bring it back. Very unique, rare vehicle. I believe they only made about 20,000, and this is a rare version of that. We're going to drive it back. It's going to be for sale at the shop, but I'm going to hopefully be able to drive it and test it and definitely bring it to you. It is a very rare, very interesting vehicle. And there is also, for you Rover Rescue fans, do not worry. There is another Rover coming that's been purchased. Unfortunately, it's from the place it's been purchased from. They are on vacation, so it's not going to be coming for probably 2 more weeks. But I definitely want to bring that to you. However, today's vehicle, I'm going to give you 2 hints. See if you can figure out what it is out of these 2 hints. V12 and a manual. That really narrows it down to just a few vehicles that were ever produced. And so this is going to be something very special, very fantastic, and I cannot wait to see it and bring it to you. And if you know me personally, you know that I absolutely hate driving to Northern Virginia for any reason. So the fact that I'm driving us to Northern Virginia should tell you how special this car is. Stay tuned. I can't wait, and it's going to be great. All right, y'all. Well, I know that I said no Range Rovers, but I did bring some goodies for mine, and now my gimbal is freaking out, which is weird. Got fuel filter, which we know is necessary, and a couple of power window switches, and this Willie Nelson tape that my buddy Chris, thanks Chris, got me real cheap at a consignment store. So I'm going to toss these in my car, and then we're going to hit the road. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great morning.
1 eternity later.
Oh, there it is. And in case you haven't guessed, it's an 850i with a manual. Let's go take a look at this. Very cool.
I think I told you the front, there was refrayed in the front here, right? And there were some scratches here that we touched up. There was a spot right here. I had somebody do some paintless dent repair and then kind of touch it up, and back around the back here, a couple of spots.
All the pictures, that's like the one thing you can never really tell from pictures whether or not.
Yeah, I bought the car on eBay actually.
That is a pretty ride.
I was out having dinner with my girlfriend, and she said I turned rose white. I bid on it, and I was like,
we were just having that conversation.
CD changer. Cool.
So I got the wheels that came with the car, the 16s, had some bending, and the tires were dry rotted. And I figured rather than just get the tires and get them fixed, I got the parallels.
Yeah.
Cars are nice, yeah.
So I got a full set.
Yeah, that was like half the
Those are some of the best wheels that they ever made, in my opinion, design-wise.
Yeah, I like those.
They're really nice.
Yeah,
it's a manual.
It handles so much better. Yeah. The Michelin, there's contacts in the front, and Michelin's.
I really like this car. I've always loved these, and man, what a neat ride. We were talking on the way up here whether or not this car is basically the same size as that 8 Series, and it probably is, because whereas that was a giant car for its day and a big heavy car, the 4 Series is probably just as big and heavy.
Possible to find. They don't make it. You have to get like if you want original.
I like that. Oh, cool. Aftermarket radio. I had those on my old E34 5 Series, the slide of switches.
When I open the hood up, it's like you can tell somebody spent money. Like, I didn't get a lot of records,
right?
But you can tell the mass airflow sensors have been replaced. If you look on the Carfax, a lot of money had been spent on the car over time.
Let's see, 491. Yeah, this definitely reminds me a lot of that E34 I had back in the 90s, which it should. This is same era, but just what a cool interior. Totally unlike any other BMW interior, other than the switches, of course. Glad I'm not riding in the back seat, that's for sure. You gonna ride in the back seat? Look how small that back seat is compared to mine. Looks nice. Little tiny. Those pockets are in the door. They're so small. Look how tiny these pockets are. You could, I guess you could get a map in there. It was sticking out. Wow. Look at the... I hope it comes out on the camera. I can't tell on the screen because it's too sunny out. Look at the lines in the rear window. How small they are and how close together they are for the rear heated window. They're tiny. That's awesome. And then I noticed this cool little sticker here. Checked at the BMW Vehicle Prep Center, Houston, Texas. So maybe this car came out of Texas and that was one of their ports where they had it checked. I don't believe they ship through Texas anymore. This engine really is a work of art. And it costs as much as a work of art to repair. I love the holes for the lights in the hood. And you can definitely see old BMW stuff, the connectors here. Those connectors all remind me of my E36 M3. Got the twin banks. And what a cool car. It's definitely an expensive car to repair, but really cool car. I mean, I can't wait to hear this thing start up and run. Let's see how the toolkit looks. Toolkits are always fun. These, fairly complete. It's missing the warning triangle that we don't get in the US, but everything else is there, and very cool. It's heavy. CD changer. Some trim pieces and the original factory radio that has a tape stuck in it. Looks like the display is shot also, but that's to be expected. Sounds pretty good. Such a classic shape with those windows down, sunroof open. You know, it's total, obviously, pillarless, hardtop coupe. And man, it's just idling so nicely. Of course, it's a V12. It's supposed to idle nicely. Told you this was going to be a fun trip. Aren't you glad you stuck with it and watched? I mean, how often do you get to see an 850 V12 at all, anywhere? There's just not that many left, and it's a stick shift. Man, what a cool car. Check out that rear seat legroom. Yeah, not sit in the back seat.
Exactly.
Look at that.
It's like a 928.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, yeah. How's it drive?
Not used to a manual with torque.
Hey, we're gonna go get food at that burrito and beer joint, I guess. Okay, follow us. Drives the wrong way through a tunnel under Paris. Yeah, probably thinks that's a '93. You can't get car years right.
Yes. Oh my god. This thing's so hard. Not today.
Student driver, oh.
I don't know, it'd be so miserable to be a student driver.
Driving job. And they're like going like 40 on the Prince William Parkway. Wow.
I don't envy that. I would hate to learn how to drive in Nova traffic.
Hey, you can drive anywhere.
Bunch of assholes like Troy running around.
Yeah, right. Guy with dealer tags, man. He's driving like a jerk.
Guy straight out of Miami Vice. I bet Troy owns a pair of snakeskin boots. He needs to be wearing those when he drives.
Got a lot of boots, that's for sure. I got a couple pair myself, but that thing got a Hemi. How was it?
It's nice. It,
yeah, you kept up with us, no problem.
It drives like a truck.
It drives like a truck, really?
It drives like a truck. But other than that,
Interesting.
6 hours later.
Well, it's many hours later after a very long and hot day, and the 850's made it back to the shop here. I've actually not been in it yet, so I'm gonna hop in it and look around a little bit. I'm gonna try to do a full review video of this car at some point. Not today, this is just introducing the car, picking it up, and that kind of fun stuff. And so stay tuned. If you wanna see more in depth of this car, I'm gonna try to drive around and get all my gear set up properly so I can film that, but not today. Let's hop inside, see what it's like. Talking with Mike, he's been driving around town this afternoon since we got back, and he said it's a little disappointing. You know, you don't always want to meet your heroes kind of thing, but let's see. Very different gauges to anything else in the BMW lineup. It's amazing. Big center vents, although I don't think the AC's been working. So that's almost the same as in my E36 M3. And then this aftermarket Becker radio that's designed to look like it would fit in this car, which is kind of cool. I almost got one of those for my M3 as well. Let's see. I mean, there's the 6-speed. I'm not sure if you know this. Please write it below in the comments. This is one of the first cars that had a 6-speed manual. This is a 91, and they all had 6-speed manuals, I believe. If you know, if this wasn't either first car, I've been a Ferrari or something. We were wondering in the car earlier when we were driving and had lots of time to discuss these kinds of things, if this was or not. But yeah, that would be cool to know. If you know, let me know, please. Double glove box, that's cool, I believe. Oh yeah. There's your can holder. Don't go around a corner. I wonder, does this still work? I love these old chargeable flashlights, and that one's not coming out for some reason. Not gonna pull it any harder. So yeah, pretty neat car, huh? I definitely like this. I know it's not the best driving car in the world. It's an Autobahn cruiser. It's really what it's an executive transport. That's what it's designed to do. And driving it around town is just not an enjoyable experience, apparently. Especially the gearbox ratios are oddly spaced, I believe, for that kind of purpose. But what a cool car. I mean, this feels so open air in here, even with the sunroof closed, with both sets of windows down. It's just really neat. And yeah, I like it a lot. Well, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the 850. Definitely be bringing this car to you in a future video. But again, this was just me picking it, or us picking it up, bringing it down here. And I will definitely be doing more Rover videos soon. You can see them there in the background. Put an air filter on mine today. It's starting to come together. The parts should be in, I believe, next week to do the conversion from the air suspension to the springs and the new tires and shocks, and really will be drivable at that point. And you know, that'll just be great. It'd be nice for them to get it off the lot because they have a lot of cars here, including Wooderson, who's about ready to go home. But yeah, thanks again, y'all, for watching. I really appreciate it. All the new subscribers has been just fantastic to watch that number climb. It's just amazing. So again, thanks for subscribing. Keep doing that. Keep liking and commenting. I love the comments. Try to respond. I think I've responded to every single one. That didn't sound good. Anyway, thanks again for watching, y'all.